I'm Paula Clayman, author of My Sons Are Jewish, subtitled The Jewish Roots of the Christian Faith. There's something new stirring. God's awakening his people. As the eyes of the Jews are starting to open to their Messiah, Christians are being called to realize and embrace their Jewish roots. I initially wrote My Sons Are Jewish for my children so that they would be set free to seek God and to search for truth outside of the constraints of the dominant doctrine of Judaism, which rejects Jesus as Christ. And if my sons should come to accept that Jesus is indeed the Messiah, who was foretold by the Jewish prophets, they need not feel that they're turning their backs on their heritage, but should understand that this is the path laid out by their forefathers, destined by God. My Sons Are Jewish is based on the Old Testament, the Tanakh. As I delved into the ancient Hebrew scriptures in search of truth for my sons, I encountered my own story. In digging up the past, the purpose for the present became clear, and the future was revealed. The journey through the Old Testament brought me answers, not only to the identity of my sons, but to the spiritual roots of Christianity. I was transformed during the writing of My Sons Are Jewish. As I grasped how everything fits seamlessly together in God's beautiful design for us, I realized how each piece of history and every generation connected to the next, carrying forward his perfect plan. Today, we witness the continuing fulfillment of the promise God made to Abraham several thousand years ago as the Jews returned to Israel, and the promise that God would bless all the nations through Abraham as the world has heard and can call upon the name of the Jewish Messiah. This book lays out that plan clearly through the Word of God and the prophecies of the Old Testament. An unbroken cord is exposed, beginning with Adam to the birth of the Messiah and running through to our own generation and into tomorrow. My Sons Are Jewish is to inspire the Christian reader as he or she remembers that our salvation was brought forth from the Jews. God is bringing the Jew and Gentile believers together to build his church. I hope you'll share My Sons Are Jewish with someone who may doubt or disbelieve to prove and explain God's plan of salvation through Jesus, Yeshua, in fulfillment to ancient prophecies, the Messiah promised by God.